Here we are, main story time. And here's the wolf fort. It's really peaceful here. I guess we don't need to worry about Calvert invading us and stealing our puppies or something, huh?
Quite a different compared to the Hacking Gate. Of course, unlike my glorious fatherland, Calvert and Liberal are easy friends.
There are reasons for that, you realize. I imagine our relationship with Calvert has something to do with it. Although, beyond the gate is a mountain pass that would be difficult for a full army to pass through. That's why the gate is so small as well, as I recall.
Ah, yes, far different from the Hacking Gate, which faces onto a great open road.
I'm still not quite sure about the free-range poultry either way, though. Anyway, let's start asking around about the earthquake, We should probably check in with the guard commander first. Right.
Ah, you're the bracers the guild called ahead about, right? Here to investigate the earthquake, from what Miss Killica said on the phone.
Ah, yeah. That's right. Wow, I keep forgetting how, thorough Killica is.
She even keeps us on our toes every now and then. Anyway, we'll do everything we can to help.
We appreciate that. Thank you. Let's start with your account of what happened during the earthquake then.
Well, let's see. The earthquake happened 3 days ago at roughly 1700 hours. The quake itself wasn't all that strong, and it only lasted 10 seconds. Still though, earthquakes rarely ever happen around here. Some of my men are spooked, let me tell you. The part that spooked me though, once I contacted command at Leyston Fortress to report.
They told you that no other part of the region had experienced an earthquake, yes?
Exactly right, miss. And it wasn't just Leyston. Even Sanctum Gates didn't feel anything, and they're practically up the damn road. I called into Zeiss and Elmo and learned they'd felt nothing either.
It's like Killick said. Speaking of which, did you hear there was an earthquake in Zeiss today?
Yeah, I heard about that. And that's the thing, we didn't feel so much as a wobble here. Localized earthquakes that only strike small specific areas. Now not what I would call the most natural thing in the world.
So that's the earthquake then. Did anything else out of place happen around that time? Was anyone strange seen, for example?
No, I've heard no meaningful reports from my men. It's possible they saw something so minor they didn't feel the need to report it to me immediately, though. Feel free to ask them some questions, maybe jog their memories a bit.
Sure, thanks, sir. Let's go talk to the gate guards.
What's up?
We're from the Bracer Guild. I hope we're not disturbing you, but could you answer some questions?
Sure. Odd things? I was, checking the light blocking abilities of my hat when the quake hit. I thought the chief was yelling at me first. But no, I didn't see anyone around. I mean, I thought it was a prank at first, not an earthquake. Wasn't really all that strong.
This isn't so much a strange occurrence as it is an admission that you're awful at your job.
Ah, but to sleep standing, that is a rare skill, Estelle. I, however, can consume an entire full-course meal while asleep on a sofa.
That's not something to brag about, Laneheim. So, was there anything else you can remember? At all?
Actually, Henning said he saw something weird, but...
Something weird?
Well, this was the day before the earthquake, mind you. One of the other guards here, Henning, asked if anyone passed through the gate. When I told him I hadn't seen anyone, he just shook his head.
Well, that's curious. I wonder what that was about. He might be able to tell us something. Let's go talk to this Henning guy.
Oh, hello! What is it? Hello, we're from the Bracer Guild. We have a few questions about the earthquake that happened 3 days ago, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, gotta say, it was a surprise. First time I've ever been in an earthquake. I had no idea what was going on. So, what did you want to know?
So the thing is, we talked to Bram, and...
Oh, right, that. Yeah, I did ask him that.
You asked if someone had passed through the gate?
Yeah, let me explain. So 4 days ago, I just finished my watch and was going off duty. Just as I was leaving though, I saw a weird man coming up the road.
A weird man?
Was it a man garbed in white with a mask, perchance? Mask? No, he wasn't that weird. He was a tall guy wearing a black suit. He also had these black glasses on.
Black glasses? Those could be sunglasses, right?
Yes, such glasses are fairly rare, so it's very likely the same man. Sunglasses, huh? Anyway, just before I went on break, I saw him coming up the road. Most of the travelers who pass by here stop in at the bar, so I figured I'd see him inside.
I take it he didn't?
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't show. So I asked Bram, and he said nobody's passed through. He's a lazy slob, but he ain't so bad at his job that he'd just let a stranger pass through without checking. Perhaps he had business at your barracks. He may have spoken to your commander, for example. See, I was pretty curious at that point and asked the commander, and he said nobody'd been in there during that time period either. So I have to wonder what happened to that guy I saw. Doesn't seem like he came through.
Okay, this is really suspicious. We should tell Kilika about this.
Yes, this seems like a good lead. Thank you for sharing all this with us, Private Henning. Hey, my pleasure. I feel better having gotten it off my chest. Hello again. Were my men helpful?
Actually, yeah.
So Henning saw a suspicious man. Hard to think he has something to do with the earthquakes, but he sounds suspicious regardless. I'll report this to command at Leyston, at least.
Please do.
All right, I think we've learned all we can here. Let's return to Kilika with what we know.
All right.
Hey, you lot! Good, I made it in time.
Huh? What do you mean, sir?
Has something happened? I contacted Leyston about what we talked about previously and heard something surprising. I figured it was up to me to let you all know.
Surprising what now?
Wait, don't tell me. Yeah. There was just an earthquake at the Sanctum Gate.
What?
Hearing this, Estelle's group rushed to the Sanctum Gate. Oh, thank God. Thank God I didn't have to go, because I didn't remember where that shit was. Oh, we got a lot of investigating to do here. What the hell is with you fool bracers? Can't you see we're in the middle of cleanup after the earthquake? If you have to nose around, I'd prefer you do it later. I'm afraid this is our job, sir. Cleanup or no. You have my word, we won't get in the way. May we ask a few questions of the gate residents? HQ had an order that I tell you lot to clear out. I've got some urgent business to take care of. You can get the details from my second in command, Warrant Officer Talbot. He's in the storage area over there cleaning up.
Okay, we'll talk to him. Thanks.
Just make damn sure you don't interfere with any actual work going on here. Now if you'll excuse me. The fuck out of here.
Bzzz.
Bitch.
Whoa, it really is kind of bad in here. Do you think we should help out a little? I mean, just to be friendly?
This is a military facility, Estelle. I'd suggest we simply finish our business and go. There may be secret documents or some such in this mess that the military doesn't want us lowly civilians to see.
Oh, yeah. Good point, I guess.
Still, this is
quite a bit more damage than the City of Zeiss earthquake, isn't it? That didn't cause nearly as much of a mess.
The ferocity of the quake should be a primary line of inquiry then, as well as asking about our mystery man.
Yeah, that guy in the sunglasses. Well, first things first, let's talk to the second command.
Crap, this is going to be such a pain to clean up. They'll have my hide if it isn't done by nightfall though.
Excuse me. Sorry to disturb you.
And you are? Ah, I see. Thanks for the concern, even if Dale doesn't share my thanks. So you want to know what the situation was like when the earthquake happened, right?
Yes, and please, spare no detail.
Understood. The earthquake began at roughly 1300 hours, 2 hours ago. The earthquake lasted around 30 seconds and was strong enough to knock down big piled up boxes.
Wait, so compared to the quake at the Wolf Fort? Yes. The entire earthquake was worse, stronger and longer lasting. And then there was the one which welcomed us to Zeiss. That would, I think, fall in between the other two.
Meaning then that the quakes are getting more powerful each time.
That's kind of bad, isn't it?
The situation does seem to be worsening, but these are natural occurrences. I don't see how we could stop them. I don't suppose the Bracer Guild has any ideas.
Well, we're not really sure yet, but we're pursuing a few leads. Speaking of which, did anything weird happen before or after the earthquake? Like, were there any suspicious people walking around?
Suspicious people? Come to think of it, Chesley mentioned something about a strange man yesterday. He's cleaning the roof if you want to hear the details from him.
Chesley on the roof? Very well. Thanks for helping us out, sir.
Not at all. Good luck. Huh? Who are you guys?
You're Private Chesley, right?
We're from the Bracer Guild, Private Chesley. May we ask you a few questions about the earthquake that happened recently?
Hi, Bahamut. Welcome back. What did I miss? We're just investigating some earthquakes. Enjoy your dinner.
Oh, right, that guy from yesterday. I don't know if he has anything to do with the earthquake, but I did see a tall man with black sunglasses around.
I knew it. It must be the same man seen at the Wolf Fort. Sir, did you see what this man was doing?
Well, he seemed like kind of a tourist really. Looked at the scenery for a bit, then came down. He sort of caught my attention since you don't see glasses like his often. He didn't say anything to me and walked off though. I didn't have a chance to talk to him.
Okay. Did anyone else see this guy maybe?
You know, that's where it gets weird thinking about it. I brought the guy up at dinner since he was kind of weird, but practically nobody else even saw the guy. The only one who remembered seeing him was Tammy, who works in the mess hall. Unlike the Wolf Fort, this gate sees quite a bit of traffic. And yet, despite this, there were only 2 witnesses? How wonderfully spooky.
Spooky or not, it would be a good idea to talk to this Tammy and see what she knows. You said she's in the mess hall, correct? Thanks, Chesley. You are a big help.
No problem. And yeah, she should be in the mess hall. Good luck with your investigation.
Phew, all clean again, thank the goddess. Huh? You're Tammy, yes? We're from the Bracer Guild. You mind if we ask you a couple questions? Ooh, him, yeah. I passed by him on the 2nd floor in the hallway yesterday. I think he was coming down from the roof.
That would match what our soldier friend said, yes. Did you exchange any words when you passed?
Well, I did say hello. He just kind of grinned in response and said, "Yo." Ooh, just thinking about it makes me all tingly again. He was so wild.
I think I'm starting to get a picture of him. Do you remember what he was wearing?
He had this dark suit, but opened really casually at the chest, right? He looked amazing in it. Oh, and he was wearing a pair of black gloves, I think. So, sunglasses or dark suit and black gloves. Right. This guy might as well wear a sign on his head saying, "I am sinister, be suspicious of my evil ways." Oh, I wouldn't say suspicious. He just had a sense of danger about him. You know, that dangerous tough guy charm, right? Right. Anyway, so you just passed by and said hi and didn't see him afterward, right? Yeah, unfortunately. I chased after him a little bit. I thought we could, get to know each other, or... Anyway, I lost track of him in a weird way. A weird way? How so? It'll be easier to show you. Follow me. Excuse me, Sanders. Can I step out for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead. Just get back before dinner rush. Before the dinner rush.
So this is where I passed him, right here. He went walking in this direction. I turned to follow him after a moment, figuring I'd chat with him, right? Okay. When I turned, I saw that door over there closing. So I thought he must have stepped out. Here's my chance to talk to him before he leaves, so I followed him, but... By the time I screwed up my courage and came out, he was nowhere to be seen. In other words, I lost him, but I lost him here. Lost? But wait a sec.
How is that possible? This is a dead end, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's no way he could have jumped down from this height, right? I figured I made a mistake and thought he went elsewhere. I looked all over Sanctum for him, but I never saw him. Kinda makes me want to jump off the end there. I missed my chance.
Oh, you poor kitten. If it would please you, I could help you forget such lesser men.
Knock it off. No one deserves that kind of trauma.
I think we have a fairly good idea of what happened now. You were a big help. Thank you again.
You're welcome. So, is he some kind of wanted man? A super skilled, cold-blooded assassin on the run from the Bracer Guild? I, don't know about that, but he's definitely a dangerous guy. Look, if you see him again, don't go near him, okay? Trust me. But he's so cool. Aw. Oh well. Anyway, I've got some things to prepare, so excuse me. Keep up the good work, everyone.
Be down bad.
There's no way he could have jumped down from this height, huh?
Estelle, does that remind you of anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about Louvet too.
That silver-haired monster who jumped off the top of Gransel Castle. The man we know as Lawrence. If the others are like him, I think they could jump from here and survive.
Yes. I think it's safe to assume we know who our wild sunglasses man is. Another enforcer of Ouroboros, just like the Phantom Thief then. I feel pretty confident saying that at this point, yes. I also feel confident saying we're done investigating. Let's return to the guild house.
Oh, Tita! Professor! What are you doing here? Oh, Estelle! Hi!
Ha! Perfect timing!
We're done investigating the earthquakes, but what are those machines here?
Good of you to ask, my dear. These are the little things I promised you earlier.
We can get to that in a moment. First, you did, I assume, investigate the Sanctum Gate earthquake? I'd like to hear what you discovered both there and at the Wolf Fort. Right, okay, so...
So the earthquakes grow stronger with each occurrence, eh? This is quite serious, assuming the rate of growth you describe is constant.
Yeah. One even stronger than the Sanctum one hitting the city would be really, really bad. And the man in sunglasses seen at all 3 locations. I would say it is all but certain that man is an agent of Ouroboros. Given that, I think helping Professor Russell with his experiment is in our best interest. Ah, I see. Those devices the professor brought will let us fight back with the power of science,
Precisely so! These are septium vein measuring instruments I developed years ago. When placed properly on the ground, they can monitor the flow of a septium vein in real time.
Septium... I know I always ask these questions, but what's a septium vein? They're huge veins of septium ore that run deep beneath the surface of the earth. The energy flowing along them slowly moves the surface. In the past, they were referred to as both earth veins and spirit veins, and I believe in the East they're called the dragon veins. Very knowledgeable, just so. The peoples of the East have built their greatest cities on places where dragon veins converge since time immemorial. The ideal has always been to gather the energy of the land and use it to give strength to the nation. Oh, okay then. I learned something. So these devices can stop earthquakes then?
No, I'm afraid not. These will only monitor the flows passively. However, one leading theory is that earthquakes are caused in part by septium vein flows bending the earth. If we monitor the veins, therefore, we may be able to discover something about what's causing these blasted quakes.
I see. That means we need to make sure to set these up before another earthquake occurs. And given that you brought these 3 devices, I take it you have 3 spots in mind, Professor?
I do. Take a look at the map. So I need you kids to get these up in 3 locations in this region. Firstly, on the northern Trat Plains, where the stone circle is specifically. Next, smack dab in the middle of the Chaldea Tunnel. From here, it's near the first bridge. And finally, in front of Leiston Fortress. Here, here, and here. That's where I need you to place the devices.
Okay, I've got all that down. So do we just need to set them on the ground?
I'm afraid it isn't quite that easy. You'll need to insert the sensor needle into the ground at the right angle and also tune the antenna. An antenna? A transmission device, you mean? So these devices will transmit the information gathered to another location? Ha! You're sharp! The antenna will send the data to our calculating orbment, the capo, so we can easily analyze the septum veins movements. With the capo, we can monitor all 3 locations at once.
That sounds pretty cool. I am. Will you be coming with us to help set this up, Professor?
No, I need to prepare the capo for all this. Tita knows what to do. She can go with you.
Hee, I get to work with Estelle again. Alrighty, Tita's worth her weight in Mira anyway. You don't mind, right, Shara?
Not at all. Welcome aboard, Tita.
Thanks, Miss Shara.
Well then, I need to start tuning the cap. Once you've placed all the measuring instruments, head to the operations room in the central factory.
Will do. Work hard, Grandpa.
So we need to get all these set up before the next earthquake. Let's get to it.
Before that, coordinating a group this large would be a little difficult. Ooh. We should leave someone here in reserve while the rest of us handle the mission.
Oh, you know I'm taking Olivier. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Chloe. Olivier, my number one.
Very well, I'll be on the second floor. If you need me at any time, don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Chloe. I love you. I would have switched out Sheriff for Chloe if I could.
Let me find.
This should be okay then. Let's see. So we need to set up instruments in the tunnel, on the North Plains, and in front of Leyston Fortress. Is there any order we should tackle that in?
I shall leave that to your judgment. I will, however, contact Leyston ahead of you. If we explain our circumstances, I cannot imagine that they will take issue with our gathering data in front of their gate.
Good idea.
Away we go then.
Tita, sweetie, we're counting on you.
I'll do my best.